too. The Kiwanis Club is having a tree decorating, and they have those that are set up at the community center, and they're doing that as a fundraiser for the community. And then they also have the angel tree, which is
They do that every year, don't
yeah,
they?
yeah, gives individuals, underprivileged individuals, the opportunity to, to be receive some outstanding gifts and be taken care of during the holiday season. So you can go to the community center. They started out with 127 names on the angel tree, and I think they're down to 35
Wow.
at this time.
So we still need some people in there.
We do,
Yeah.
we do, and they can tell you all about it. You just pick a name of a child here in the community, and they'll have a list of things that you can help purchase, and obviously make a tremendous Christmas for a young individual here in our community. So
That's awesome.
just have people. Hopefully, you'll consider that. It's we always think of Christmas being a great time and presents, and for the most part, all of us are, we're so blessed and fortunate. But it is a tough time for some people, and we need to think about them,
Yeah.
especially somebody that's lost a loved one
Yeah.
during this time. And
There are a lot of people get lonely,
Right.
And it is part
Right.
of the depression, part of this season that we have. So it's always good to check on those kind of folks too.
Right. And then, we've got others too that, are alone and that as well. So, today is actually National Roof Over Your Head Day. So, we kind of take that for granted. Not everybody has that, but
Yeah.
and I know it's one of your other favorite. It's National Bartenders Day.
Day.
So
I slosh one around.
yeah,
Is that
so
right?
I think you had a little bit of your career was being a bartender.
I was. I did that for a few years, right before I started radio. Right. I had a lot more fun and a lot sober. Right. No. Hey, Dean, we always talk about fun stuff, but shopping local is the biggest deal right now. Have you got your shopping done?
I've done some of that. I haven't done as much, as I need to.
You got
Obviously,
time.
I got
you
more,
time.
but I do find it interesting. When it comes to Christmas, I kind of go into the places I never think about shopping.
Yeah.
It's like go to Pal's feed store out there. I mean, there's a lot of cool things, neat things, and especially if you're buying for a guy, a
Yeah.
pocket knife or even a flashlight,
A pair of gloves.
Yes,
right?
there you go.
Yeah,
There
I
you
love
go.
it. So,
And then of course you got all the shops downtown and
yeah.
all around too. So if and you got big items, we got it here. So we got everything you need right here,
Yeah.
and give your local merchants a chance to at least ways show you what they've got.
Yep. Encourage everybody to shop local. So, what else we need to talk about?
Well, we talked about the Christmas tree. Next weekend, Holiday Island has their Winter Wonderland that's going on, which is be a full day of fun, and they'll have a parade, which will end up at 5:30.
Okay.
We didn't mention the Green Forest Parade, which is tomorrow at 10 in the morning
Exactly.
as well.
I'll be there for that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're doing play by play.
If you can't make these parades, we're going to have them on KTHS for Green Forest and Berryville, and we'll have Eureka Springs on KESA. So Miss Linda Boyer
Okay.
will be taking care of that. So no, we have a fun time doing all that, and we'll tell you all about it if you can't make it. Okay.
Okay. Sounds great. Sounds like the place to go.
Well, we've got just a few seconds here before we get to Tradio. What else we want to talk about?
Well, just we talked about the OSU trip. One of the things that we were there 2 weeks ago, they put up a statue of Barry Sanders,
Oh, that's right.
and if you don't know Barry, he's the GOAT of college football, I think, and probably NFL as well, which is GOAT is greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And when we were there, one of the fun things that I was able to do was is to get him re-involved with OSU. He had kind of, after he had graduated, went to the NFL and played for the Detroit Lions, had a tremendous career there, and he's one of the few in his prime. He just ended up retiring. He
went out on top.
He did. He's a tremendous humble guy, and that's kind of where my story goes. Is that he had bought a bank in Tulsa, and the Oklahoma bank commissioner was a friend of mine, Mick Thompson, and he was telling me about all the conversations he's had. And I said, well, hey, we would love for him to come back to the game and just wave to the crowd and just all that. And so he kind of helped me set it up, and we brought him to a basketball game and had him set up. But we were going to go out on the court or out to our seats, which was right front row behind the bench, and he said, well, let's wait till the game starts. He was nervous and just anxious, and it's like, what's going on here? And finally, after the game started, we got him to go out, and I'd had a PA announcement ready, and of course, when they made the announcement, the crowd went wild, give him a standing ovation. It was an extended time, and he was just happy and everything. And then kind of afterwards, he really didn't want to be around the crowd. He is kind of shy, and he says, they really like me. It's like, well, I don't know what he was expecting, but here he is, well loved, and
pretty humble, right?
He is very humble, and just a tremendous guy. So. Wow. And 2 weeks ago they had him back. So since that time he's continued and put up a statue in his honor out in front. So that was nice, kind of be a part of that.
Well, being a friend with you, I root for OSU anytime.
Well,
when they're not playing the Hawks, right?
Well, and I if it comes down to those two playing, I'll be wearing red.
Yeah, I know you will.
But I root for OSU. I root for the Razorbacks, the Red Wolves, the Reddies.
Yeah.
And Arkansas Tech. All those folks had written me checks over the years when I worked for them. So.
Yeah.
I'm for all of them.
Well, Dean, it's always fun to talk to you, and I love to talk about sports. We got to talk about sports today.
We did.
Hey, get out and go to the First Coffee, right?
First Coffee this morning, and let's give a special shout out to our sponsor, First National Bank.
First National Bank, just right off the corner there of Berryville Square, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we appreciate it.